Joshua chapter 18 verse 2 says, "And there remained among the children of Israel 7 tribes which had not yet received their inheritance." So we're years into this campaign where they've just gone out and crushed everybody, and everybody's been, everybody should have had their land by now. And it says, not yet received their inheritance. And Joshua said unto the children of Israel, "How long are ye slack to go possess the land which the Lord God of your fathers hath given you?" And that word slack, can mean some different things. Let out some slack. You've ever been fishing, and you want to let out a little bit of slack so your line can go out or whatever, or when you're letting out rope or whatever. But what it's talking about here is a spell of inactivity or laziness. That's being slack. Today we call that a slacker. Don't be a slacker. Okay, and this is what Joshua. Despite what everybody says now in modern day preaching, Joshua's not being super nice about this. Does it sound like he's being nice? How long are you going to be slack? How long are you going to be lazy? How long are you just going to, be inactive and sluggard about this? He says, how long are you going to be slack to go out and possess the land which the Lord your God of your fathers has given you? He says he's given it to him. What is it? I mean, did they just have to just walk there and just stand there and occupy it? No, they had to fight. But they've already fought the big battles. But for some reason, they're just not claiming the areas because there's pockets of these, guys that are still pretty tough in the land. And it seems like they're just probably scared to fight these guys. That's what I think. They're obviously not doing what God said to do. And this is kind of what the apostles did when Jesus said to go into the whole world. They just stayed at Jerusalem forever until God finally just had to go, okay, you brought it on yourselves. Here comes the persecution. And then they finally started leaving. And even then, some of them still stayed. But, slack means, when it comes to business, it's talking about characterized by a lack of work or activity, quiet. But, when it comes to just being, what Joshua is saying here, it's a spell of inactivity or laziness. They're just slack to go and take the land like they were supposed to. So I like this passage a lot because it kind of gives us some clues on how to not be a slacker. Because sometimes, everybody has times when they slack. Everybody has times when they're not as aggressive and working as hard as they could be. Everybody has times when they're procrastinating to get something done that they really don't want to get done. It's like that one project at the house that you just don't want to get done. You're kind of just like, you walk past it or whatever.